The images used in this comic review are under fair use of copyright law.
Coming to paperback and e-readers, ISIS Legacy. The sorority secrets of the goddess next door are revealed in this all-new ISIS series adventure. Pre-order your copy of ISIS Legacy on Amazon.com today.
AWA Upshot Graphics has been putting together some of the best comics in the marketplace, and I recently reviewed their series Chariot, which was absolutely fantastic. Now, AWA has another great looking, what looks like to be miniseries called Hit Me. And this Hit Me miniseries takes us into the world of Lulu, somebody who is a sex worker who is participating in BDSM. Now, the world of BDSM is filled with a lot of sexual deviance, and this series shows us how dangerous these female predators truly are. Now, some people would say that this heroine is not somebody you would like, and that's the whole point of this series. We're taking a look inside how one of these female predators operates and how she goes out here and manipulates people. This character is not a heroine. No, she is definitely a villain. And what we're getting is an insight to her predatory behavior as she's out here looking to go do her work. Now, the writer wants to say that she's trying to show that she's trying to humanize sex workers, but you have to understand that many of these women who are a part of this job are very predatory, and they don't see people as people. And that's because a lot of them are really jaded, and because they're jaded, they see people as tools. And that is shown in the first couple of pages about how this woman's perception of the world, she basically sees every place as a way for her to gain an advantage. So she's often studying the room to see who she can go out here and take advantage of, and she's gone out here and participating in these BDSM acts basically just to make a living and then look for the next scam or the next score. Now, as long as she's trying to hustle, she's got this beta male with her, and she talks about this guy in a very interesting way. This guy Danny, who isn't her boyfriend, he's one of these what I call these Captain Save-ems. He's a guy that she's got on as a tool, and his job is to be her trainer and her sparring partner, and he's also to be her implied bodyguard. Now, this guy has a covert contract with Lulu where he's trying to be this good guy for her and trying to look out for her. But the whole thing is, he doesn't understand that he's basically being used as a tool. She basically sees him in the same way she sees a sort of surrogate brother, some guy to look out for her basic needs and to have somebody to talk to. He's basically what Sandman often calls the emotional tampon, and we see this presented to us inside of this comic about the way she talks about him. In one panel, she says, "Danny's my guard dog. He's in love with me. I know he goes home at night and jacks off to me, to fantasies of rescuing me and taking me away from this. I let him. That hopeless kind of love makes him a really good guard dog." So basically, she's seeing him not as a person, but as an object, and that is the way many of these sex workers see your beta male. They don't see him as somebody that they love or care about. They basically see him as a tool they can use to get from point A to point B. So they don't really see this man as a person with feelings. They don't even care about their feelings. And they basically are just seeing him as a way to get what they need out of things, get as a utility. And this is shown in their relationship, and it's shown further on as we go into the book. We see her just basically setting up to take these kind of jobs where she's getting hit and beaten up, but she's getting hit and beaten up for money, and she does this again because she sees people as tools. Now, as the comic goes on and she's getting ready to do a job, one of her customers is inside participating in some sort of shady deal for some diamonds, and the beta male comes in and tries to placate and save him. And as a result, what happens is one of the shady guys shoots the other shady guy in the head, and then the other guy winds up dead. And as her beta male is sitting there shot, she sees the diamonds and decides to just take the diamonds for herself. So when it comes down to these kind of females, again, we're getting an example of how predatory they are, and how they take advantage of people, and how they use people to take advantage of situations. And that's all presented on display here in Hit Me, a book that really shows a great example of the predatory nature of female predators and the way that they operate in the system. I mean, this book is an eye-opener for all of those simps out here on how these kinds of females run game, and it's one that is a really solid and well-crafted story from a female writer, Christina Faust, who takes us inside the mind of this sex worker who basically is a predator, and she's preying on people looking for opportunities, and is an opportunist looking to take advantage of the situation. This woman in no way, shape, or form is a heroine, but this is a great insight for all of those simps and beta males out there on how these female predators operate. This series will really open up your eyes to how these female predators operate and how they run their games, and how they don't see you as a person, how they see you as a tool. So I recommend you go out here and get this Hit Me comic, because this Hit Me comic is the kind of smack in the face many beta males need to understand how many of these female predators operate, and how they take advantage of situations and take advantage of people. It's a great insight in how these kind of women run game on guys, and we're getting it straight from the writer, who is a sex worker, and she's showing us how these women have absolutely no respect or no regard for men who pay for their services, and even less respect for those kind of guys who want to put on the cape and the Mickey Mouse galoshes and play Captain Save 'em, and try to save these kind of women from their dysfunctional frame of thinking and the dysfunctional lifestyle they participate in. Now, my first comic, Esteem No Good Deed, is available on Amazon.com for 99 cents on Kindle, and my second comic, John Haynes at Death's Door, is 31 of 32 pages complete. And I'm hoping to have John Haynes at Death's Door available on Kickstarter soon, but until then, you can pick up the John Haynes Prose series on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format. And you can also find other SJS Direct Universe books like the ISIS series, the Esteem series, the John Haynes series, and the books of the Spinsterella trilogy on Amazon.com in paperback and Kindle format, Smashwords, the iBook Store, and Google Play. And if you want to see me do more comic review videos like this one, you can donate to my Patreon, my PayPal, or my Cash App by clicking the link in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.
Now available in paperback and Kindle Unlimited, John Haynes, A Conversation with Death. The man who rules the world and the angel of darkness take on a horde of demons in this inaugural John Haynes series adventure. Get John Haynes, A Conversation with Death for 99 cents on Kindle or in paperback today.